Let's try the same strategy, only at 44 inside.
Welcome to my new viewers. To my subscribers, welcome back. My name is Mike. This is my channel where I look at, review, and try different craps strategies. Thanks for joining.
Hey everyone, it's Mike. Welcome back to the channel. So this is a screenshot from my last video. I played the 110 inside called Uncle Angelo's 108, presented by Jeremy at ColorUp. Basically, I was putting 110 on the inside numbers and hedging those with $100 lay bets behind the 4 and behind the 10. Now, the result of the roll was pretty good. But if you look at my screen, the problem I was having is when I would hit a 0.7 out, I would actually lose money on the 7. So if you look at my very first two rolls from the last video, my first roll was a 5 and I won $35. My second roll was a 0.7 out and it lost $14. And the reason it lost $14 was because the $200 in lay bets, even on the 7 out after the VIG, did not cover my 110 on the inside. Now, I had a person comment and say, you know, it makes more sense to roll the strategy using the 44 inside. Because now if you hit a 7 out, you're going to have $50 each on the 4 and the 10. And a 7 out would pay $48, which would cover the 44. So I thought that made a lot of sense, and I think I'd like to try that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play the CRAPS $500 table with my turbo mode on, and I'm going to go ahead and set up 44 inside, which is $10 inside, okay, and $50 lay bets on the 4 and the 10. So now my $44 is covered if a 7 out hits, because I will make $48 after the VIG on a 7 out. Okay, so let's roll it a few times and see if this works. Okay, so my first roll is an 11. No help on the 11. We're going to establish the point. So we're not following the puck. We're putting all of our bets working. We're going to work all of our rolls. Let's go ahead and roll another. Okay, there's a 5. So that 5 is a winner, $14.50 on a buy bet. We will collect the first one, and then we will press the second. So there's another 5. So we'll press that 5. We'll press that $10 up to 20. The puck is off, but that's okay. We're gonna play every roll. But here's the interesting part. My 44 inside is now 54. Okay, my 54 is not covered on a 7 out. So this strategy will cover my inside bets against a 0.7 out, but once you start pressing, you need more money in your lay bets to cover. But we're going to go ahead and play it the way the strategy says. We're going to continue playing until we double our inside bets, and then we'll double our lay bets. So we've got one number. The number 5 has been pressed up. Our next we will collect. There's the 4 out, so we have to replace that $50. The puck did move to the 4. Let's go ahead and roll. Okay, another 5. We're going to collect that. And there's an 8. Now, the 5, since we've pressed it up before, it paid $29, and now the 8 pays $14. So I have $33. I could go ahead and press my 6 and my 8, both, up to 24, and still have a profit. Still profit from that roll. So let's do that. The next roll we'll collect. Now I hit the 10. Now I've got to replace that $50. Okay, there's a 5. We'll collect that. There's $29. We need one more hit. Okay, there's one more hit. Now that 8, we're going to take that $28 and we're going to press the 9. So now we have doubled our inside numbers. we're going to double our lay bet. Okay, so now we're pretty much back at the beginning. If we would roll a 7 out, we should be able to cover our inside numbers. Let's go ahead and roll. Now there's an 8. We'll collect that. This is our first hit at level 2. There's another 8. So we're going to go ahead and press this to the 8 up to 48. Our next hit will collect. There's a 9. We'll collect that. Another 8. So let's go ahead and we have $56 here. We could press the 5 and the 6 and still have a little money left over. That would be 24, 44. We'd still have a profit. So let's go ahead and press the 5 up to 40. Let's press the 6 up to 48. Let's collect our next hit. It's an 8. We collect that. And on our next hit, we're going to regress back down to the first level. And there it is. There's the 6. So let's take these back down to 44 inside. And let's go ahead and take our lay bets back down to 50. Okay. So here again, we still have a point. So 0.7 out, we should be able to cover our inside numbers. Well, there's the 7 out. And sure enough, we lose the 44 inside. But we've covered with our lay bets, and we ended up winning $3.50. So that's the difference between starting out at 110 inside versus starting out at 44 inside. You're covered on the 0.7 out. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's go. Can we just do a repeat? I guess we can. There we go. So there's our 44 inside and our two $50 lay bets. Let's go ahead and roll. Another 7 out. Another $3.50 win. Let's just hit repeat. There's an 11. That's no help. We're trying to establish a point with every roll working. So we lose our lay bet. Let's replace it. But the puck does move to the 4. The point's a 4. Now, if we roll a 7 out here, we should be okay. But let's go ahead and collect our first hit. There's an 8. So we're going to collect that $14. The next hit will press. There's a 2. No help. Another 2, no help. And there's a 4. We need to replace that. And the puck goes off, but we're still looking for our next hit. Our next hit will be a press. There's the 10, the other side. Let's replace that. All right, there's an 8. So we did collect on the 8 down here, so we're going to press this to 24. There's a 6, we'll collect. Next hit, we will press. 7 out. Now, here we go. Because we've pressed the 8, we lost more than 44. We lost our inside 44 bet plus our press. So our $50 lay bets did not cover our inside bets. So we ended up losing $8 on that. But that's better than losing all 50 if a 4 or a 10 would have hit. So we've got 27 rolls. We've got a few more rolls. Let's go ahead and set back up. 5 inside, 10 inside. There we go. 50 on the 4, 50 behind the 10. Let's see if we can get a couple more hits. There's an 8. We'll collect that. There's a 5. We will press that to 20. And we have one more roll here. And there's an 8. We'll collect that. So, I'm not sure if you could really tell the differences or not, but on your initial setup, 44 inside with a $50 lay bet on the 4 and the 10, will cover the 0.7 out and win you $3.50, I believe. $3.50. Where before, 110 inside with a $100 lay bet on the 4 and the 10, 7 out lost us $14. Pretty much the same strategy, just different starting bets, and does a little better coverage on the 7 out. So if that makes sense, then go ahead and do the 44 inside instead of the 110 inside. Play everything else the same way. Double your bets. Go to the next level. Double your lay bet. If you get through that level, regress back down. Remember to keep your goals in mind. If you decide you want to walk away after you won $300, even if you haven't hit your 30 rolls, then go ahead and walk away. How many times did we hit the 4 and the 10? We hit the 4 3 times. We hit the 10 2 times. So there's 5 losing bets. However, we did hit that 8 10 times. So we ended up with a profit, $215. So I guess it really depends on your comfort level. If you play at the $44 inside level or at the 110 inside level. If you play the strategy and you avoid the 4 and the 10, you should end up pretty well. So that'll be our video for today. I appreciate the comments. Please keep the comments coming. And if you haven't already, subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. And as always, thanks for watching.